Which problem situation can be represented by this inequality? 25 plus 12.50c is greater than 22.50c minus 95. So let's look at each of these options. Charles and Victor went to the comic book store and purchased some comic books. Charles purchased C comic books for $12.50 each and then spent $25 on a comic book portfolio. So far the Charles side sounds good. Victor sold a vintage comic book to the store for $95 and then purchased Seymour comic books for $22.50 each. How many comic books would each boy purchase if Charles' total amount due is greater than or equal to Victor's total? Okay, so I think that so far this one looks okay, right? We have $12.50 for each book, which is right there. We have 25 additional value, and then Victor's going to sell a comic book, so that means that value is going to be taken away from the cost of the other books, and he's going to purchase books for $22.50 each. Okay, so that one looks okay. Let's check G. Charles and Victor went to comic book store and purchased some comic books. Charles purchased the books for $22.50. Oh, okay, well, right off the bat, he purchased for $22.50, but Charles and then spent $25 on a comic book. So $22.50 and $25 are not on the same side of this equation, so it doesn't match. This one says Charles is going to spend $12.50 and spent $25 more, and then Victor purchased a vintage for $95 and then purchased more. Well, if you're purchasing both of them, they both have to be the same sign. So either they should both be positive or both be negative, and they're not. So C is not correct. And the last one says Charles purchased comic book for $22.50 and spent $25. Once again, same issue. These two things are on the opposite side of the inequality, so that would not be the right answer. So the answer must be F. Okay, so let's look at 5. The measure of two angles are that and that. What is the value of x when the two angles are congruent? So congruent means what? That the angles are the same. So this angle and this angle equal each other. So 4x plus 39 equals 16x minus 12. So now we draw our little chart, and we can pick, let's see, constants over here, variables over there. So I need to move this constant 12 to the left side because I want all the constants on the left because I chose that. 39 and 12 is 51. And then I need to move the 4 minus 4x to that side, and that would be 12x. Okay, and so without even going any further, I already know the answer because when I take 51 and divide by 12, I'm going to get something bigger than 4. Right? I'm going to get 48 up here would be 4. So I need an answer bigger than 4, which is A. But now, if you did the division on the calculator, you would get 4.25 equals x. So that's just a way of knowing things from your multiplication facts. So 48 times divided by 12 is 4, so 51 divided by 12 must be more than that.